Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Wednesday night stream. For those that don't know me, my name is Samadan Plays Well, and we're going to be making some gold today, as well as doing some other things, leveling characters maybe a little bit of alchemy. I'll have a look, check the mailbox, see what happens, but all in all, should be a good stream. Let's have a look at what we can do today. Let's just move my windows around a little bit. Move that there. Yep, that's all going. There we go. Good evening, Nix, Itsy Misses, and Wellon, how are you? And Sack Tank, how are you all? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a good midweek so far. Happy reset day for those in the EU. Hope you're doing well. Apologies for the slight hiccups in getting started today. Mr. Potato decided to not have SSD anymore, and so the WoW folder disappeared on me. So a couple of reboots later, and we're doing all right now. So thankfully, everything, touch wood, is working all right. I spotted there was the servers were down earlier, which I was in the middle of recording a video and got booted out of that. I've been a bit laggy this evening. Okay, so beware of loading screens. Okay, so we're going to have a few things, see how things go. Games on End, how are you? 2 days ago, you were at 700k, just hit 1.1 million for the first time. Oh, fantastic, Games on End. Well, you're well on the way now. Congratulations on that first milestone, that 1 million. Let's see some chef's hats for that. Definitely worth celebrating. And Tortollan, how are you? Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Having a good evening so far. Thankfully, not too many hiccups now. We're back in the game, so that's a good thing, at least. Let's have a look. I'm probably going to go over to the mailbox first, see how things are there. Hope to see a good mailbox. Well, I've checked a few things earlier, and it seems okay so far, I think. So this is all from Sunday night. So we'll have a look, see what we've got in the mail. I did some relistings a day or two ago. Let's have a look, see where we're at. Oh, I also bought a few things as well whilst I was recording a video. So we'll open up all these purchases, collect all these up. Good evening, Ballsy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you've had a good Wednesday so far. So we're looking at 16,000. I bought a whole load of windwall cloth because it was really cheap. So we're going to pop that in the guild bank a bit later. And this fell cloth I got really cheap. Normally average purchase price of 115 gold. And I managed to find it for 1 gold 20. A couple of those, or 6 of those in fact. Very nice price. That was earlier. And I also noticed silkweave satchels, not silkweave satchels, deep sea bags. There weren't any on the auction house, so I quickly put some of those on earlier. I also managed to pick up a shadow silk for 2 gold 50, which is really nice. Tetomania, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You only got 2 for the 9 gold the other day. Flipped them for 35 each at low level. Very nice. Doing very well, thank you very much. Yeah, 2 gold 50. Couldn't believe it when I saw it. Here we go. Here's the rest of the mail. Oh, no, we've still got 104. So this is only half of it. So we are looking at 96,000 for the first half. That's a lot of bountiful feasts. I'm imagining either someone's getting ready for a raid or that's someone resetting a market. Then we've got Pact of Haste, Versatility, Sinister Peerless one. That always seems to be a good one. And then a couple of Quick Blades, Fever Flare and Fire Flash. More bags, lots of bags going here. Deep sea bags all getting sold for various prices. 827 there. And up here, yeah, 827 again. So that's pretty good going. A lot of bags. Sailor's Pie, some cooking items there. More packs of Critical Strike at 2,000 gold for the Pact of Critical Strike. And a Pact of Haste at 2,000, so that's good. Okay. You sold a stack of Captain Feast at 25k. Very nice, Nix. Very nice indeed. And good evening to you as well. I've got to say hello. Did I say hello to you earlier? I think I did. I said it right at the beginning, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let me just check that. Right, okay. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Back to list. Okay, so let's open up the first 50. So that's 96,000. Let's start with that. We'll collect up that gold, and then we'll see what page 2 gives us. Eldrazi Clap. Is that a Magic the Gathering reference? Catching me live for the first time. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Teaching you a lot and love being here. Well, welcome on board. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Visit the live stream. Oh, hold on. Let's just cancel that before it opens everything. We don't want it to open everything as it refreshed. There we go. So page 2 was about 69,000, it says here. So this is also, what have we got? Oh, Bear Tartar, sold some of that, 489. Oh, we just sold a whole load of stuff. What was that? Swamp Fish and Chips, we've just sold. Okay, that's good. More Sinister Gear, Tome of Illusions, Cataclysm and Northrend. Bear Tartar, Swiftness Potion, Sinister Gear, another Cataclysm, more Deep Sea Bags for 827, more Bountiful Feast, that Elixir of Giant Growth, more Sinister Gear, and a couple of other bits and pieces. Okay, that's pretty happy with that. That's probably about 150,000, I would say, all in all. So very happy with that lot of sales. Oh, another load just came in, actually. That's now at 73,000. So a decent amount there. What was the rest of the stuff? Windsong. Giant Weapon Windsong, we sold one of those. Honey Pot Pie, sold some of those. Okay, very nice. Yes, it's from Magic the Gathering, excellent. I don't play as often as I would like. I got into it with my son a while ago. Great to see how well Sinister is selling for me. Definitely, in your realm, it's pretty dead, is it? As is 70% Horde and you're an Alliance. Have you considered switching to make just a Horde character just for selling the Sinister Gear? That could be quite good. Danny, how are you? For a dying game, your sales have been a lot better the last 2 months. See, mine have been too. Yeah, definitely. I would say there's been a definite resurgence in sales. Perhaps it's people who dabbled in the market at the beginning have now decided not to bother. Let's just take all these sales, and we'll get those as well. Sensors, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Tommy BDP, how are you? Windwall bandages, stacks of 8 sell well for you. Dirt cheap to make as well. Interesting, Windwall bandages. Why would someone want a Windwall bandage? In what realm do I play? I am on Shadow Song on EU. How will that work? Me and your mates play Casual Legacy like Hearthstone as well. It's nice to hold the cards in your hand from time to time. Exactly, that's exactly what I prefer Magic over Hearthstone. It's the fact that you physically hold the cards, definitely. How will that work? You transfer the ingredients. So that's the problem, is not having the... you can't transfer between characters very easily with Horde and Alliance, unfortunately. So you'd have to probably be an isolated character that you level up just for tailoring. On that side of things. If you're 70% Horde, then there's a lot of market there for you to be able to do with the Sinister Gear. And it's just getting the... I guess the Marks of Honor are account bound, so you can transfer those over. And it's fairly easy to get the rank 2s and 3s if you've got that. So you should be able to get started, with a boost maybe in a few invasions, if you wanted to go to the Horde side as well and capture both markets. It's only because the Sinister Gear has both the Horde and the Alliance variations. Everything else is shared. Okay, last bits and pieces. So I didn't actually total the gold there. Let's have a look. So we've got... Where was the beginning bit? So 96,000 there. 70... How was it? It was down here. 73,000 there, and then 5,500 there. That's pretty nice. I'm happy with that. So that takes us to 1,183,000. That's including all those purchases I've just made. So very happy with those. Oh, I've missed a few things there. See, Bear Tartars be good for me. Yeah, I have sensors. Sold a few there, and That's that DNLNCLS. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thanks for stopping by. Cloud Serpent Mount, is it? Okay, daily quest requires 8 Windwall bandages. Ah, right, okay. Hey, Mushy and the Noob, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Your EU Asuna, okay, but you think the realm is slow dying because you put Ghost Down on the auction house, but no one buys. Well, Asuna is twinned with Shadow Sogs, so we're actually on the same server, Alflick. If you transfer a character from one realm to another, do you keep all your stuff, or is there a cap on what you can take over to this new server? I think everything in your bags and your bank goes over. 165k totalish. Thank you, Games on End. Will it transfer you all in your bags and bank, so fill up before you go to New York? Yes, that's how it works. And I believe you can do guild transfers as well, which is a different way as well. There's forum posts for it, and that depends on the level of the character. Oh, right, okay. No Strov and Ghost Down Price recently. Oh, interesting, okay. Yeah, Asuna and Shadowsong are linked, as Nick's just said. God, there's lots of chat coming in, and let me just catch up with everything. Maybe a cap. Yeah, maybe. Is it gold cap, or is it, or is there another different limit on it? Do people do this regularly? Potential for absolutely insane profits this way, much like economy hopping in No Man's Skies. I mean, obviously you've got to factor in it's going to cost you whatever it is to do the transfer, which is going to cost you whatever it is in gold to trade in for a WoW token to get the Blizzard balance to then do the transfer. So with that in mind, it's only worth doing if you're going to be able to make a big profit taking a lot of items from one to another. Oh, it is less than gold cap, is it? Okay. Right. Let me just sort out my bags, because I've got a load of stuff here that needs either reposting on or sorting out. And the mail's all done now, so let's just leave that for now. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to dismount. Let's go back on. So we'll do a quick post scan just in case there's any. Oh, I changed profiles. I was doing a tailoring profile. Hold on, let me move back over to my regular Samadan profile. There we go. And then we can do a large post scan. Item group is invalid because your normal one is lower than your minimum, 106 crafting. Check your settings. On seasoned loins, min comes in at 257 and the normal is at 225. Okay, let's check on that for the seasoned loins. Let's just give that a little look. Seasoned loins will be in my cooking. Seasoned loins are in here. Cooking operation, cooking 10s, 20s, 5, they're all the same. So let's just have a look at the cooking 20s. So that's not taking into account crafting. So maybe we need to have a look at this a little bit more. I'm not so sure about these averages either. What's the Bountiful Feast looking like as an operation? Vendor sell. Okay, this has got a decent one. We've got max 110% crafting, DB market, vendor sell, and average between 70% market and DB market. Okay, different things there. Yours did that as well, did it? Open your crafting tab and it might refresh. We'll have a look. I have mixed up my profile. Let's have a quick look at it. I was on the regular Samadan one, so let's just swap this over. Good evening, Commander Bond. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just working out what's wrong with my seasoned loins. Let's just have a quick look. Sometimes TSM forgets the price of vendor ingredients, so you just have a quick scan of those, and sometimes that helps things out. Let's have another quick look at that. Seasoned loins, 257, 225. No, it must be in the operation there somewhere. Okay, we need to give those a little look at because it's a difference between the crafting and the other one. So let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the minimum price. Max is between 110% crafting, vendor sell, and let's take this string here and add this into here. There we go. Yeah, the cap is 1 million. You're not even close to 1 million gold. Okay. Oh, so it's not gold cap. Oh, hello, Oreos. Oreos has come and joined us. Let's turn on his camera. Where's it gone? There we go. Just see feet at the moment. He's come to join us. It's 1 million for 120 characters. Hopefully we will. We'll just have a look. And what have we got? So crafting, vendor sell, average between. Let's change that. Let's take 60% DB region. Let's just take DB region market average and 40% of DB market as an average of those two. That should hopefully work. There we go. And when below minimum, don't post. So it's taking into account vendor sell, crafting, and everything. And we had this at, I think, 106. Just to keep the margins tighter on that one. Okay, so then we'll take all of this, and we'll copy this, and we'll do a variation of it. So we'll use the same things, but with different percentages, so that all the min, normal, and max stay the same. So this time, obviously this is going to be much higher. Let's try 400%. And that's probably too much. 200%. No, 300%. That's my max. And 300%. And then the crafting will be the maximum between... What's the crafting cost of some of this food? Sometimes it's quite low. So let's try something like 600% crafting. That's quite large. And then we'll copy that and we'll paste that into our normal price, which is just down here at the bottom. You can just about see it. And then for this, we're going to make it more like 120. Getting used to the new keyboard. And maybe 150% DB region. And we've got vendor sell in here as well, which it'll never get to those, but it's still in there as a factor. And we'll change this to 400%. So looking at that, what we're then going to do is for the 10s, 5s and 1s, we're going to link the same price to the same cooking 20s. So this is now going to link to cooking 20s. So that I only have to change one, because I'm going to fiddle with all of these in a moment. Yeah, because this is different actually for the cooking 10s. Cooking 20s is very different. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, let's just fix all of these. Cooking 20s and cooking 10s. Oh, can't quite see this. I'm going to have to move this window down. There we go. Cooking 20s. There we go. And then we go on to the next one. Colin C123, thank you very much for stopping by. And Anno Jodas, thank you very much for the follow. And what also really mess up here, have a mix of prices. You had a percentage of crafting. TSM lost a lot of the crafting costs, so you had to just reopen the crafting costs. Yes, that happens well on, definitely. Girlfriend appreciated the cat cam. Excellent. Yeah, this is Oreo, Fluff Morn as we like to call him. And you, Evan, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Morat, how are you? So linking, basically what it does is, what I'm doing here is because I'm using all these cookings in the same different group, what I don't want to do is fiddle with one price and have to do it for every single one. So I'm going to link everything to the cooking 20s, so that when I go into the 20 and change it, it will automatically get updated in the other ones as well. So all the 10s are now linked to cooking 20s. Oh, I've done the wrong thing. That's the wrong one. It's supposed to be this one you link, not that one. How do I unlink that? Oh well, we'll have to do it to this one as well. Yeah, it's not meant to be that one, it's meant to be this one. My error. There we go. So now when we go to the posting, it's the same as what we've got in the cooking 20s. Always get mixed up by those. And then cooking 20s, go back to that one. And then let's just move this down. Yeah, so it's the top one, not the bottom one. And then we'll do the same here. I've got not much screen real estate here, so I'm having to move it up and down. So cooking 5s, it's this one. Cooking 20s. And then again, you can, because we've linked this, you can do what you decide to do. It could be linked to, and it could be linked to something different as well, which is also useful. But I'm going to keep this all at cooking 20s, just so it's effectively a copy of cooking 20s. Would be the way I do that. And then let's do all of this in one go. You have to keep flipping between posting and the other one, so it's a little bit tedious. And then the last one, the normal price, linked to cooking 20s. And then cooking singles, let's do the same. And then I'll catch up on chat afterwards. Once I've done all of these, I'm just going to focus on this for a minute, or else I'll end up doing it wrong. So there we go, cooking 20s, posting, cooking 20s, and normal price, cooking 20s. Now, so all the cooking should reflect whatever I change in this one. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Let me just scroll back on up. Oh, Sensors, thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you very much for your support. Let me just throw that one in with some chef's hats. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Really appreciate it. And let me just work out what I've missed on chat. Oh, and Frodenator, thank you very much for the host. Very kind of you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good stream. Oh, really? There we go. Let me just... won't make it minimum vendor sale, max 1,000 crafting, 400 market, and max 500% DB or DB market. Could do that, Pandalus. Basically, I'm just going to all set it to the cooking, and then I can adjust the cooking 20s, and it'll get reflected in the other ones. Let's tag that for my Twitch stream. TSMR, I like it. Probably quicker just to duplicate the 20s and change the post amount. That's true, Wallon, but the good thing about this is now that I've linked them all, I can go back to the 20s and start changing things and adjusting my prices accordingly. So that's the beauty of it now. Did it take me a long time to level up my cooking skill? My cooking, not really. I mean, during Legion it was interesting with all the Nomi recipes, and getting the chef's hat is definitely useful, and that takes a while because you have to get the Epicureans Awards doing the cooking dailies. You need 100 Epicureans Awards, but that's definitely worth it. dgrant89, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And I've got some ballsy goblin emotes there from Gumdrops. Great, thank you. We're mount farming. Didn't get any mounts done. Oh, hard luck. Sorry about that. But did get some battle pets. Excellent. Well, glad you had a good stream, and thank you ever so much for the host. It's very kind of you. Here people are willing to pay more for specific stack sizes for things like food. Does that mean higher for bigger stacks or higher for singles? Yes, if you do pretty stacking, you can usually match the stack of something else and go in at a higher price for those, because people go for convenience over other things. It's definitely an option. It depends on really the market you're in. Some of them, if they're particularly quick moving and someone just wants a lot of materials and that's what you're selling, then pretty stacking is definitely a way forward. I'm not so sure with the cooking at this stage. That's why I've linked all these together, just so that I can get a feel for them all. So going back to where my seasoned loins were. So let's have a look at the tooltip here whilst we just have a little fiddle with the prices. So now my minimum is 247, my normal is 935, and my max is 14 gold. So that's obviously a lot higher than I've got there, because obviously going at 19 silver is not going to be, that's well below my crafting. So these aren't going to be worth putting on because of the crafting cost being -2 gold profit according to that. So I'm going to leave the seasoned loins as it is. We're going to just keep hold of that. I'm imagining it's flooded by people skilling up. 33 auctions at the moment. But the region market is quite, that's quite a big difference between the region market and my normal price. So maybe we need to just have a quick look at that. Maybe my crafting cost, yes, of 400% is too much. Maybe let's look at that at 200%. And this crafting cost, let's put that to 400%, and that's put the prices down a little bit more reasonably now. 2, 4 and 9 gold for min, normal and max, so that's a bit better. Higher price for bigger even number stacks. Yes, as Commander Bond said, you can usually get a better price by going in higher. I'll keep that for now. I may come back to that and readjust it. There we go. Oh, Colin, thank you very much for the host. Very kind of you. I guess you should say round number. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on... Let's have a look at something like this for... Let's say, for example, what would someone buy a lot of? Say it was something like anchorweed. Let's have a look at that. Oh, and Sensors, thank you also for the host. Getting lots of hosts coming in, thank you very much. So looking at this, I would say, okay, the 8 stacks of 200 is where the wall of pretty stacks is. So if someone wanted to get lots and lots of anchorweed, 97 gold is the going price. You could effectively, I mean, it's probably not a good example here, but you could effectively say you bought all of these and they were significantly less. You could then post a stack of, we wouldn't get enough there, but you could post a stack of 200 at that price. Let's have another look at something else, maybe that'll have a better example. Let's have a look at aromatic fish oil. That might be a better example. Now we've got stacks of 200 there at close to the price anyway. Oh, let's look at some of the cloth. That will be a good one. Tide spray linen. Let's have a look at Tide spray linen. There we go. Yeah, and the deposit fee as well for having higher stacks. So here, for example, you got 88 stacks of 200 at 3 gold 59. And you maybe bought everything below 3 gold. Say there was more scraps down at this price and you could get enough to make a stack of 200, then you'd buy up all the scraps and then post them for a stack of 200 up at this price. And if the price difference is more, then you can vary it more like that. So that's kind of like the theory behind pretty stacking anyway. Okay, so with that done, let's just clear out the bags, tidy up our guild bank, check fish price versus oil. Yes, of course, Mushy. if you were going to go for the oil, that's definitely what I would do. But in that case, I was just using the oil as an example for pretty stacking. Right, okay, so wind wool and things need to go in here. I think I might park those seasoned loins for the moment until the market picks up again, if it ever does. Let's get that in, that in, that in, all the cloth, shadow silk and that, and I'll keep the nylon thread. I'll probably find a use for it. That frostweed needs to go across to Bridget. Let's do a quick sort on that, reorganise the bag. But you saw it orange and red. Yes, that's true. Although with aromatic fish oil, I've never had any luck really making any sales on it. Whenever I've tried, I've never had. Maybe it's just I haven't tried it enough yet. Where's my cat? Oreo's just here, right in front of me. Just to the side. The other one, Cookie's not around at the moment. There we go, Oreos. He's just joining in some belly rubs. There we are. Yeah, he's just got a little like a nose drop of white fur. You've got 8 stacks of 50 out 15 minutes ago, already sold. Did they, Trillion? Very nice. You saw orange and red, yes. So keep buying sand shifter for 2.5 gold and sell it for 17 gold a piece. Oh, that's in relation to that one. Stack of 8 up for 15 minutes ago, already sold. Very nice. What do you mean whilst eating lunch at work? Oh, excellent. Well, hopefully your lunch will be much more enjoyable with a little bit of gold making on the side. If you notice something selling super fast, consider increasing your price for that group. Yes, that's a good point actually. If it's going quickly, then it's definitely worth another look. Right, I'm going to just put some of these in here and keep maybe those there, just in case. I don't want to take up too much bag space. Let's just reorganise those out as well. Oil picked up by raiders making the sanguine food. Okay, interesting. Then maybe it is worth a look at. We're going to do our restocks first, once I've just cleaned all this out. So we've got that. Let's move on over to mailing that lot over to Bridget, whilst I remember. Let's have a look. Okay, so send these ones, fireweed and frostweed, over to Bridget. Send that over, so you can pop that away. And then let's have another quick look at the auctions. Mailbox was very nice, thank you. About 165,000 since Sunday, so very happy with that at the moment. Right, let's have a look. Look at my auctions. Swamp fish and chips, we just sold some of those. We've got a few things on a 12-hour. Quite a few things on a 12-hour, actually. That'll probably expire tomorrow morning, looking at that. Okay, so let's go and restock on this lot. Just as your route an hour ago, 700 in 2 hours, along with loads of storm silver ore. Oh, okay, very nice. You've just been pretty stacking items for decent side gold on alt realms. Very nice, Sensors. Yeah, it's a worthwhile market, certainly. Right, let's restock on everything. What have we got? Loads of feasts we need to do. I hope I've got enough ingredients for them all. And then hexweed bag, I don't think I have quite enough for that, so I'm going to leave that one off the list for now. And oh, there goes some more swamp fish and chips. We've also got volatile earth and eternal water we need to sort out with those two. And then some more sinister gear we need to also do. So gathering wise, let's select all 3 professions and open up the task list. Oh, I'm sure I pressed that. Let's press it again. There we go. Task list. There we go. Right, okay. So according to this, let's just move. Now I think we're looking at aromatic fish oil here because of the other way of making the cooking for the feasts. We've also got the Breath of Warm Sandy, I think, that's from the other one that's also affecting things a little bit. Okay, lots of things to do here. Okay. Good evening, Quillen. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we need a lot of things here. Lots of stuff from the guild bank. So let's move all of that out of the way first. We need some more Shalderai silk if we can get some. I don't think I've got enough in my guild bank. Let's just have a look. Score Shane, how are you? Doing very well, thank you very much. Just going through and restocking things at this. Oh, and TSM's crashed. Moving from guild bank using task list. Reload. There we go. Doing very well, thank you, Scorshane. How about yourself? Hope you're doing well. And as well, Gwilyn, good to hear. Good to hear. We're just going through our restocks at the moment. Got quite a lot of things to sort out. Is the error sent on reload? Yes, it is. Whether you click submit or you click reload, the error gets sent. Okay, let's get the rest of it from the guild bank. Frenzied Fangtooth, Red-tailed Loach. We might get some extra stuff here we don't need, depending on some of the things for the feasts. Because we need this, it's got this, oh, there he goes again, okay. No, I don't have to type it in twice. Task, list, guild, bank, again. There we go. Again. Always thought you had to click done then reload. Oh right, okay, Winchester. Yes, I believe obviously Gumdrops can confirm that, but that's how I believe it works. Okay, last lot hopefully we can get. I wonder if it's because we've got everything here. Get from guild bank, got a few more things there. Okay, so let's take those. What have we got? Stringy loins and embroidered deep sea satin. Let's try those last two. There we go. Okay, so we need to get some other things. We need to make some Mondazi. We need, I think if we do the things that are taking the Expulsom out, and we sort that out first, then that'll help with our task list. Hold on, let's have a look here. So Expulsom, we need another 4. So we'll go over to Borealis and do that first, and then that'll take out the fact that we've got Breath of Warm Sandy here, which doesn't help with our collecting of things, and we'll do the rest after that. So let's head on over and do some scrapping. Is there a reason I keep Legion food in my guild bank? Basically because I haven't actually got rid of it yet. It's got no use at the moment. Pretty good, just getting ready to go back to leveling. So come on, so I can wait a little longer. Oh, Stupid Potato, can't watch streams and play wow at the same time. Oh, I know what it's like. Because I'm a hoarder. Yeah, exactly, Danny. That's the real reason. How did I decide on the items I would make, and not just everything? That is basically just down to my my sense of the market. As I put things on, I basically try and trim it down to ones that have been selling quite well. If something hasn't been selling for a while, then I'll take it off, or if there's something I think I might want to try, I'll put it back in. But yes, looking at sale rate and profitability, I try and just stick with the stuff that I think is going to sell frequently, is the main thing. Your guild bank's full of Legion and World food mats. Yeah, I'm not alone then in my hoarding. So we're going to do some Tide Spray braces first. So I can only make 20, so we need some more nylon thread. So let's go over, let's use our reputation from this vendor to get it slightly cheaper. So we'll take maybe a few stacks of that, because we'll use it all up quite rapidly, and then we can make at least 140 now. We don't need that many, we only need 4 Expulsom, but we'll fill up our bags. We'll let this run through whilst our slots get filled. Oh yeah. You've undersold it when the expansion hit. Yep, that's very, very neat of you, Mushy. I expect no less. Have you looked at the Lazy Goldmaker's BFA spreadsheet or the TSM API? Yeah, that's also worth doing. I did a video on that, on using the API to have a look at things. When I very, very first started gold making, that was the first thing I did, just to try and work out what sold, because I didn't have a clue. And since then, I've kind of just got a sense of the market just by trying things out, really. That's the main way I've been able to do it over time. Any tips for the fur farming for the work order on the garrison, or just buy them on the cheap? Find that often low supply in your realm on the auction house. Yes, me and Mushy did quite a lot of fur farms earlier on. The one in Nagrand, you get a little group going for that, for the horde, yeah, definitely. But the other thing is just buying it on the auction house when you can. That's what I tend to do in preference now. Or you wait for the trader to be up and buy it when the garrison resources are cheap. That's another way of getting it. Or you could use the fur trapping, although I haven't used that method myself. But those are the methods I do know of. Alright, I think that should be enough. So let's go and reset the new items, and then we'll disenchant these blues. Didn't have any luck selling the blues, so I'm just going to disenchant these. There we are. But I think my preferred option is to just buy the sumptuous fur if I can find it cheap enough, like under a gold or around a gold. But it all depends on your server, obviously. But having a leather worker and skinner do the sumptuous fur farm like I did with Earthen was very useful as well. So many things TSM told you to make, and they're just sitting there on your auction house now. Yes, I mean, it's worth, if you're thinking that, is to set the maximum number of expires to something like, I don't know, 50 or 100. And so that if it doesn't sell, then you just decide what to do with it and take it out of your group. What do I repost to farm and sell? Because you need to buy 4 more tokens to buy a boost shooters. What do I request to farm and sell? So I would say, if you're going to farm something, look at materials, mainly like herbs and ore. Those are always ready sellers. But if you particularly like farming, you could also do things like the Tide Spray Linen farm. You could look at some of the old world herbs, like the Cataclysm herbs. They do quite well. Depending on your server, I don't know how Shadow Silk works, or how quickly people buy it, but that's also worth getting a few of, at least. And Ember Silk sometimes is quite highly priced for a cloth, and it's quite easy to get quite a lot of that at Bastion of Twilight. Those are the farms that I've done in the past. Right, let's just scrap all of this lot, and then we'll move on. Just got tailoring going. Set max expires to 20 for 48-hour listings. Give you over a month on the auction house, and if not selling, you'll disenchant. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just to get a feeling for it. Although some of the rarer sort of tailoring things do take a while to sell. This week, check price Darkmoon Dagamore. It's selling for more than BFA Fish on your server. Yes, I tried putting some Darkmoon Dagamore on earlier. Don't think any of it's sold yet. Volatiles is another one Commander Bond suggested. Wildvine, that's another good one. You're on the same server, so yes. I would say Fellcloth and Shadow Silk would be potentials. Plus, like Commander Bond said, the volatiles, volatile fire particularly, I think is quite a good one. In terms of, I mean, the other thing is veiled crystals. That's another thing, is if you're high enough leveled and you get a lot of purples and disenchant those with the veiled crystals. I remember Breg mentioning that in his latest video. That's a good one if you're not going to use them yourself. Ghost Iron, yeah, that's server dependent. I haven't done any Ghost Iron in a while on here, but usually I turn my Ghost Iron into something else and make my way towards Living Steel. So I can usually get more gold out of that in the long run. And the same with like the Motes of Harmony and the Spirits of Harmony. That's another one for old world stuff. I mean, there's a lot of Tide Spray on Shadow Song and Azuna, so maybe not that, because the price is only about 3.5 gold at the moment. Why am I scrapping the braces? Is a better yield this way. I'm scrapping all the greens to get myself some Expulsom. That's the main reason I'm doing that, because I'm going to then make Sinister Combatants gear with this. I'm doing this first, and then I'm going to finish off my list, because now we've got the rest of... we don't have that Breath of Bomb Sandy filling up the task list anymore and confusing TSM. Okay. Vanilla herbs can be good, since you need to be 300 alchemists to be able to do the old mastery quest. That's very true, Sensors, actually. They can do quite well. Someone levelling up their vanilla alchemy definitely will need that. Do I do much transmog selling or just disenchant them? I have got quite a few transmogs from previous times on, but they are very rare sellers, especially on Shadow Song, so for me it's very, very much a minor market. I certainly wouldn't go out of my way to go and get transmog. It's always been a side thing. It is soulbound, yes, but it does throw out TSM when it's looking for Expulsom, because it gives me like loads of Enchanting Vellum and Sanguicell. But now that's gone, we've now just got the rest of the stuff we can need to get from the vendor, enchanting crafts and cooking crafts, and then we need to switch to El Morte and Earthen for some stuff as well. Okay, let's do those first whilst we're here. So El Morte must have something. What do you have? Probably some volatile life, I think. You're an alcoholic, so get lots and lots of greens as you level your odds. Yeah, definitely. Is there a way to blacklist certain mats in TSM? I don't know. That would be really useful if you could. You've never used the task list? Oh, okay, Icon. It can be useful for doing restocks, definitely. Oh, someone's got a Brutus Saw here. Just appeared underneath it. So what do we need to do? Get from bank the volatile earth. That's what we need to do. So we go here. And TSM will do everything for me. Move from the bank. And then head on back over here. Go to the mailing box. Now I need to remember not to open the sent item bits, but stay on the inbox bit. So switch to the inbox bit. And then mail to Samadan. Otherwise TSM doesn't like it. Okay, and then we also need to... Has everyone got everything they want? Switch to Earthen. Let's go over to Earthen. Whatever we need to collect from you. Let's do both of these as you're in the same place. Ignored it forever, but once you learned about making crafting and shopping operations as much such a time saver, yes, definitely. Going to try it now for sure. Yeah, it's definitely. If you're using crafting operations, like Colin was saying, definitely worth it. What do we need from here? Get from bank. Oh, we got Coal Tiramisu here. We've got a lot of Coal Tiramisu, 532 of it. That's where you've been keeping it all. Okay.
Hello.
Where is it all? Is it in your reagent bank? Oh, no, it's not. Hold on. That was cooking crafts. Switch to Samadan. What do we need to get from here? Okay, it must have thought you had some. and now we need to craft it. Okay, TSM has readjusted itself now that it's realised that I don't have any anymore. Okay, there we go. Okay, back to Samadan then. Nice of it to update itself as it looks. You priced that stuff for Expulsom at 1 million. Oh, okay. Making Expulsom the crafting way cheaper. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see how that could work. You switch to the groups bit for sending from the task list. TSM seems to like that one too. Okay. That's worth noting as well. Shame on TSM. As because I hadn't logged into them in a while, so it thought it had them when it didn't. So we're going to make a... Have we got a daily? We've done that one. We want Ethereal Shatter for some Mysterious Essence. One of those. Let's go through the list here. Let's just minimise that down so it looks a bit more useful. Buy from the vendor. Okay, we can do that. So we'll switch to the TSM one because it needs a TSM one for that. And then reopen it up again. And then we can buy from vendor. And I'll take all of those. And then we need to get some volatile from the mail. And then cooking after this. Open all that up. You still don't understand how you price Expulsom. So the Expulsom price for me, because I use the tailoring of the braces, it's based off the price of 6.5 braces, because for every 6.5 braces you usually get 1 Expulsom. So it's basically based off the crafting cost of 6.5 braces. So the string takes into account what materials you need to craft a bracer, which is the price of tide spray linen, however many you need for 1 bracer, and the price of nylon thread, however many you need for 1 bracer. And it takes those two things, that's in the string that I'm using. Obviously, if I show it, that will be more useful. So looking at this in materials, EXP, Expulsom. So currently my price is coming out at 293, which is based off 10 times tide spray linen, which is this item number here, plus 4 times nylon thread, which is this one. This is the average buy price of the tide spray. This is the vendor buy price of the nylon thread. And then the whole lot is bracketed by times 6.5 because it takes on average 6.5 braces to get 1 Expulsom. So that's kind of like the rationale behind that pricing string. I mean, you could just look at the price of tide spray braces and put that in as a manual price times 6.5. That could work too. We're just deleting the price from the breaths and leaving it blank work too in the mat list. I could have a look at that. Let's have a look. Where is Breath of Bomb Sandy? Breath of Bomb Sandy. Yeah, it doesn't actually have a price at the moment, so it's looking at probably the convert price of what I need from it. So I could probably take that convert out, or actually, because it's soul bound, I could just set a massive price on it like Mushy said, so that it's always more expensive, like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. There we go. Let's try that. One Samadan. Think TSM should ignore anything that has soulbound ingredients as in its crafting helper. Yes, unless you've got them, that would be the thing. You're a bit scared of average buy being destabilized by outliers. Do you mean like if you've got one that's like particularly expensive from a long time ago? That's why I turn on smart averages when it comes to my average buy price, so it only calculates the average of the items I have on me, like in my bags and in my bank. Although it doesn't take into account things you might have also have got by looting from somewhere else. Deboting. Mug came in and looks great. Super happy. Oh, excellent deboting. Glad about that. Clip that Expulsom explanation for YouTube. Hopefully, yeah, I could put that out as a little... well, although I am going to be doing a tailoring deep dive, so I'll mention it in that, definitely. Yep, having a huge listed price. It's only if you... For average buy, it's only if you bought it for that price will it get taken into account. Oh, you just got 2 Oreo feet in the Oreo cam at the moment. Bless him. Okay, so where are we at in our making of things? Okay, get from Guildbank, aromatic fish oil and Mage's frothy coffee. We appear to have some there. Need to go get that. And we also need to make some cool tiramisu and Mondazi. So this is why I like Dalaran over Borealis as a guild bank, because you don't have to dismount to go in the door. Okay, let's try and do this. Collect that up. That's all fine. And then let's run out here. We need some more things from here. Eternal water we should really get from Old Dalaran if that's a cheaper price. Let's have a quick look on the shopping list here. We'll also check for the Shalderai silk price. If that's not too expensive, then we'll do that for 2 gold 90s, not too bad. 484 is not too bad for the Veil crystals. 90 is slightly overpriced for the Eternal water. It should really be 70 gold. Because there we go, it goes up to 300 gold after that. And I need 2 of them. So we'll go to Old Dalaran for those. Shalderai silk, however, how much can we get at under 3 gold? A few scraps, nothing too significant. We'll take those up whilst we've got them. There we are. Yeah, I did start recording the video, and I did really good progress on recording the video before streaming, and then I realised that I didn't actually have my mic plugged in, which was a bit of an error, so I'm going to have to re-record the whole video. I was so busy speaking I didn't notice the sound meter going up. But live and learn. It's the second time I've attempted to record that tailoring video. Maybe I'll have another stab at the weekend. Alright, let's get all of this lot up. Up to the 3 gold mark anyway. 3rd time's the charm, absolutely. I'll be so practiced in it then, I'll just be able to run straight through it. There we go. On that last one we wanted, 3 gold. There we go, I'll take that. That's that, leaving that. Veiled crystals. How many do we need? Just the 1. Okay, we'll just take the 1 for now, because it's 100 and something my average buy price as it is. Okay. Sad effect of a deep dive focus. Yep, absolutely. What did I miss there? On what am I going to use the boost? I don't know, Elflick. I'm thinking I could use it on a rogue maybe, so I can open some lockboxes. And I'm going to use maybe inscription and jewel crafting or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Interesting to subtract from Expulsom the average cost of the tie spray you would get back from the scrapping braces. Yes, that's another one you could do. Nabelstendaro. Sorry if I butchered your name. Usually put in 55 times tie spray linen as an estimation. It neglects a nylon thread, but it's a good estimation. Yeah, I mean, you won't know exactly how much you have. I could make a trial cast, but I don't like the idea of using a trial class for something like that. I'd really like to just have one myself that is, I know Nyx is a rogue, so you can do it, but I I like the idea of being self-sufficient, self-contained, and having leveled that character or boosted that character without using the trial. For me, the trial just doesn't seem the right use of it. It just doesn't sit well with me. Just yell at Nyx, yeah, that's true. Although I've moved them all over to Bridget's Guild Bank at the moment, so they're sitting safely there. So next up on this list is Cull Tiramisu we need to make, and the Eternal Water we need to go and get. So we're going to go roundabout route over to Old Dalaran to pick those up, because it's the best way of getting them for a decent price. I might as well buy up a few whilst I'm there to save me doing this again in a while. Plus, an Outlaw Rogue is quite apt to this expansion. Okay. I'll certainly give it a go. Jewel crafting and blacksmithing can make keys that open boxes. Yes, they can. That is true. But with a rogue, you don't have to use up anything, do you? You just literally pick the lock, which has a certain amount of appeal. I've just automatically gone here, but I'm not meaning to go here at all. What am I doing going to Stormwind? I need to go to Dalaran. Completely forgot where I was going and what I was doing. Oh dear. It's been a long day. Cooking dailies, yeah, definitely. They're worth doing if you haven't done them and you need your chef's hat. Right, okay, this way. We're going through here. I got my portal rooms mixed up. We want to go to this one. Eternal Blossoms. And then from here we can go to Old Dalaran. There we go. Let's run on through. Sinister gear for leatherworking cells at the moment as well on my server. Yes, it does. Mushy's been suggesting I do that for a while, and I really should go over and do it, because Earthen can start it. Even at rank 1, I imagine I'll be able to get some decent prices. I really need to go and do that. Okay, so from here, it's like the Alliance, the Priest Order Hall, but in here. So let's buy up a few of these.
What brings you here?
I want to go to the regular one. Frozen Orbs. How much is a stack of Frozen Orbs? That's a fair amount. 14,000 gold. Don't want that many.
Let's see this thing off then.
Let's try 50. That'll cost me 3,500. Okay, and then we'll go out of here and go on that. I don't actually know what the profit difference is. You know, I'm busy on Samadan, but expand my market, yes, exactly. I would like to do that with Earthen. It's very much on the list of things to do. Okay, so over here, let's go pick up some... Now, we also need Eternal Fire from time to time. We can also probably sell that as well. So Eternal Water, currently at 90 gold. Let's buy 10 of those. And then Eternal Fire, let's buy 20 of those. Eternal Air, I'm not sure I actually use. Or Eternal Life. I'm not sure what I need. Eternal Water, I've now got 12. Fire, I've got 33. I've got 91 Eternal Lives in the Guild Vault already. So, let's... How many orbs have we got left? Another 10. We haven't bought this, actually. I haven't made a frosty flying carpet whilst I'm here. Let's learn that. Might as well. And then get the rest in water, which is... How much did that cost? Frozen orbs. How many have I got left? Where's my frozen orbs? 14. Okay, we'll get 14 more eternal water. There we go. That's that done. What did we sell? A couple of silkweave satchels. Excellent. Profit difference is like 1%, 1%, 2 or 5, or even 50%. I don't know. Depends on the server. If it's general, it's about 30%. Okay. Oh, Sombry, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We are just currently going through and restocking on things at the moment. Just gone through and done all of our bits and pieces we needed, almost. Some stuff we need from the mail here, so let's head off to a mailbox. For the silk and the veiled crystals, pick up these purchases. We still need 291 Shaldarai silk to make those satchels, so we'll leave those off for the moment. We'll just go and take those down and just make the satchels we can. They use up a lot of silk. That's the main problem. How many can we actually make with the 180 we've got? Should be able to make more than that. We're going to make one at least. There we go. And Bountiful Captain's Feast, we need the Mondazi and the Kulturmasu. So, let's just get that going. Let's get Pierre out. And swap on over. So, Kulturmasu, we need to make 76 apparently. So let's go and make those. This is the power of the chef's hat in action. I still need another rank 3 for this, actually, looking at that. I get a work order, Kulturmasu and Stormsong Valley I need to make. That would be useful. Since level up in your server sells for 1,000 gold, it's not really worth it. Blacksmith and tailoring, 5 to 10k. Okay. Take note of the server, rank 1 first, and then rank 3, and see there. Okay. Leatherwork is around 6k, and blacksmithing is around 12k, so that's reasonable, isn't it? Okay, we need some more aromatic fish oil according to that. Let's make the Mondazi. And go and get that. And then we need more fish oil, which we've got. And then cooking wise we can make the Mondazi, 16. There we are. Yes, thank you, Nix. Very useful information. So, carrying on from there, whilst I'm busy, got my head in, everything's done on the task list. We should now be able to craft Bountiful Captain's Feast, 55 of those. So let's start with those, because that will save some bag space. And then we'll move over to a bit of bear tartare. It's the only thing you can see for the profit making on crafting items. Yeah. What a great idea. Pardon the pun. Not sure if you have to work order World Quest up right now. 5 Expulsom for 20 Side Spray. Oh, that could be a good one, Morat. Is that on EU or NA? That's always one to look out for. On EU, okay, I probably haven't done that one then yet. We'll have a look once we go and look at our world quests. We need to do a reload as it's frozen for the minute. I haven't seen that loading screen in a while. Right, okay, so moving on. See if you can make one to have a look at the profit, but not sure. I could probably go over on Earth and have a look at the prices of things. As a rank 1, Shouldn't take me too long. Although I do need to actually do the beginning starting quest though. I'm in the UK, Colin, in the south of UK. Right, let's make all of these. Let's get all of these Tome of Illusions going. That should be good. But then again, have to get the honor tokens, get the rank 2s and 3s, yes. Which, you know, I don't mind doing a bit of PvP. I did enjoy it last time. The time for me is 11:15, so it'll be heading of night time, that is. So I usually head up to about midnight. Yes, well, actually you're more precise. I rounded it down. I'm going to make one Silkweave Satchel out of that. You sold the others. Oh, you're an hour ahead, are you? Okay. Okay, so we're with those done and those made. I don't think any of the Sinister Gear needs adding into the group. Let's do another just double check. Tailoring. Sinister Selling. Yeah, we've got all of them covered at the moment. So let's do a post of everything else. You can see a lot of sales in the future, most definitely. Let's get this lot listed on. And so all of this is all selected. Run a post scan. The 7 of Portals is above max expires. Okay, that's interesting. Max expires 60. It's failed 67 times. I haven't sold it. Combine the Ace through 8 of Portals to complete the set. Okay, so I don't know what I'll do with that. How much gold do I have at the moment? I've got 1,178,000 at the moment. So we're just over 1 million. Once I start getting into more gold token territory over 1 million, then I'll start buying tokens again. So that's quite cheap. Silkweave Satchel at 398. But it's still a good profit, 140. The Bountiful Feasts are going on for 1789. That's a good price. There's only 18 auctions on. Tome of Illusions are very cheap. 675 profit for that. And that's not right. Look at the Eternal Water price at being 46 gold. That's definitely not worth doing because we bought those for 70 gold each. We need to have a look at those. Tome of Illusions, Northrend and Cataclysm. Eternal Fire we shouldn't be putting... Oh no, we could put that on actually. Sell Eternals times 5 because we bought those. We could make a nice little profit on those. Bear Tartar's fine. And the Sinister Gear's fine. Okay, so let's start with the Satchel and the Feasts. Those are definitely good prices. We'll take those. Post those on. Just got to make sure that we don't do that. We're going to skip these two. We're going to come back to those. And the Bear Tartar's fine. Eternal Fire, we'll try that at that price. Let's try a couple of stacks of 5. Glorious Stats, Quick Navigation, and Seasoned Loins. There we go. Okay. With 5 million you can buy a Brutosaur mount. You mean this one?
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
Can I show my Sinister Gear auctioning operations? Certainly. Let's have a look. Oh no, that was the wrong thing. I want to put my hat on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that one. Yes, I love the Brutosaur mount. It was the first thing I aimed for with BFA as soon as I heard it. It took me about 4 months of saving to get enough, but it was well worth it. If you look on my YouTube videos, you can see I've got a whole 5 million mount challenge, and that's all my streams, all for that time period. What we were looking at, my Sinister Gear auctioning operations. Yes, so my Sinister Gear, so I've split it into two, the crafting and the selling. The selling operation is my average region DB market craft minimum one, is the standard one I tend to use for things like this. It works quite well. So minimum is, I'll copy and paste these into chat. Minimum is that. which is the crafting and average between the two. And then the maximum is the same, but with the percentages higher. Balti, thank you very much for the follow. And then my normal is that 120% of the average between the two there, or 400% crafting. Those are the three. So that's the first one was minimum, second one was maximum, and the last one's normal. Then everything else is fairly standard. Cap to 5, 96% bid percentage, and the rest should all be normal. And then I'm crafting 8 of each with the ignore random enchants on that one. Okay, so where are we at? We were looking at the... Well, we've got to learn that whilst we're here. But Tome of Illusions we were looking at.
Have anything ancient to trade?
So, Tome of Illusions.
2 centuries old.
Now, I can't make all of these yet. The Secrets of the Shadow Pan, look at that, it's 11,000. And Elemental Lords is 21,000. I really need to get into those two markets. But looking at these two, Cataclysm and Northrend, are really cheap. I've already got one on here at 499. That's just too cheap, really. And 998. I'm not making enough of a profit here. I may be with the Cataclysm one, because the Volatile Air is the... I think those prices look about right. But the Northrend one, with the Eternal Water being 46 gold mat cost, that's not correct. So what I really need to do is take those off and put them back on. I'd be tempted to reset the market on these. So I'm tempted to just buy that one and buy the next one. There's 2 of them there. And I'm going to take mine off. So I'm going to take my Northrend off. Cancel that. I'll leave the Cataclysm on for now.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
And we'll post back on at a more reasonable price. So we'll take the buys. We'll leave the Swamp Fish and Chips there. Did we get all of those? And the cancel, that one. And then we'll post those on
ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries
for the post scan. So 998 for the Cataclysm and 1,300 for the Northrend is a bit better, I would say, to take into account that Elemental Water. So let's go on for those and try it at that. Do I ever use auction house tricks by sending gold to a Horde character to buy the mount, or can Alliance buy it directly? Yes, Alliance can buy it directly in Borealis. There's a Frozen Orb Trader for the Eternal video from Shara. Yes, that's what we just did. I'm assuming if it's the same thing, buying the Eternal Orbs in Old Dalaran. Was there a clean out today? Not particularly, although we did. Excuse me. Excuse me. We did reorganise the guild bank a little bit better. Wow, gold for Twitch Prime. What do you mean, Auckland? Maybe set it manually in crafting reports. Oh yes, that's a good point actually. For the Eternal Water, let's have a look at it, just to make sure. Let's have a look. Materials, Eternal. So yes, Eternal Water is currently coming in at 11 gold. Possibly through other means. Let's just have a look. Mat cost is 11 gold. Aha, it's based off my average buy price. So I must have bought some Eternal Water really, really cheaply. I actually bought some for 2 gold 90 even. So that's what's affecting the prices now compared to the other things. So I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Maybe we'll have a look at it. And maybe we'll just take average buy off for the moment and try and remember to put it back in afterwards. There it is at 12. That should do us for now, but we need to remember that at another stage. There we are. You can't look on the profit stuff, all your sinister gears to rank 3. Oh, of course, yes. You'd have to do an actual a calculation of it all. You don't understand TSM at all? Oh, okay, Hawkman. Well, what I would recommend is I have a YouTube series, Learn, let's type that in, that goes through the basics of setting up TSM. You're more than welcome. Oh, hold on, that didn't work. Is my bot not working? Let's try it in this chat window. Okay, my bot doesn't seem to be working. Probably need to redo the tokens. Okay, let me just copy the command in then. That will be why. I'll redo my tokens. Hold on, let me just reorganize those. It seems to have forgotten all my people. I'm going to have to look into that afterwards, actually. Let's just have a look. Let's open this up. Oh no, edit. There we go. I'll copy and paste it, old school style. There we go. Yep, none of the commands are working at the moment. My bot seems to be down for maintenance at the moment. Amongst the many things that didn't work today, as well as WoW disappearing. And that seems to be one of them. Well, I wondered why my commands weren't coming up. Right, okay, so where are we at? Let's have a look. We've posted everything on that we wanted to. Let's head over to Borealis. Actually, let's pop this in the guild bank. Let's learn that flying carpet. Catch up. Yeah. That reminds me of the good old Jack days. Okay, so let's just move this lot back. We need Shalderai Silk back. Those will keep. These will pop in the enchanting window, as well as the spirit dust. Pop that in. I still want 10 bountiful feasts here. And I'll keep those, Okay. Right, let's learn this. Frosty flying carpet. Never made a flying carpet before in tailoring. Eternal Water is poorly priced now. Is it? We went and checked it though. I turned off the average buy on it so that it was just going to be 11 gold. Eternal? Yeah, Eternal is at 12 gold now, rather than being at the 4 gold it was. So it's slightly higher. But yeah, it's not actually much better, is it? Okay, let's have another look at that. I wonder if we just set it to DB Market for the moment. And then we'll leave that. We'll come back to that another time. Eternal Water should now, yeah, mat cost is now 82. There we go. Oh yeah, or fixed price, of course. 70 gold for the price of Frozen Orb. There we go. And the same with probably Eternal Fire. We'll make that 70 gold as well. There we go. Bingo. There we go. Thank you, Mushy, for your help. Appreciate it. It's been a long day. Yes, it has. Right, okay, let's go back to Borealis and check the map out. Hawk Clement, thank you very much for the follow. I missed that earlier. Okay, so let's go through and head to Borealis. We haven't even been over to Awakening yet. I was hoping to do that, but it's tricky. Been a very long day for record and do it again. Yes, that's very true. But then I was up at 5:20, so I've got that in my defence. Okay, so let's have a look at the map, see what we've got as it's reset day in terms of things we need to do. There's probably that Expulsom mission, as was mentioned. Yep, 5 Expulsums. Work order, what do we need? Deep Sea Satin. We can probably do that one. Have we got the Deep Sea Satin on us? Let's go head on over. Yes, I do miss Jack too. Okay, I think it's in here. Apparently he popped into Gumdrops' stream to say hello under a different Twitch handle. Okay, Deep Sea Satin. Oh, we don't have it. It's in the Guild Vault. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna use the mobile banking. I know I could run back. No, wrong one. That's the right one. Deep Sea Satin. Let's just take some of that. There we go. And we can hand that in. Work order. Thank you very much. And we get some tailoring. There we go. Check your Legion Order Hall. Oh yes, of course, for the Mark of Honor. Thank you, Commander Bond, for the reminder. We're going to look at the map stuff here first. Hopefully I've got time. Yes, I should have time to do that as well. So, are there any work orders in here? Rewards, work orders that we need to do, or anything for cooking that we need to do? Nothing that I can see. Okay. So we also have the World Boss up here, which is the Faceless Herald. We have Alliance War Effort, Tortollan Seekers again. That would be useful for a another boost to my reputation, as I've still got the contract going for another 4 days. That's a thing we could do. How long have we got? 35 minutes. Okay, thank you, Eldrazi. Hope to see you again soon. Horde wanted Tystrolin for the Expulsom. Okay, it's different for each one, isn't it? Right, so I'm not going to do that, but where are we at with Tortollan Seekers? Well, there's 2 here. Two shell games. Okay, we could do those, and then we can head on back and do the other one. Okay. Have to remind yourself to check the macro on each character daily. Yeah, I bet. Okay, let's do that now, because I will forget. Okay, available missions. Which one was it? A bust up, wasn't it? I can't see it on this one. So not on at the moment. There we go. And don't forget the Dark Moon Fair. Thank you, Wallum. Very kind of you. Okay, so let's see if we can quickly do this for Tortollan Emissaries. Oh, we've also got this as well. Hold on. Wrath of the Howlands and a Dark Shore there. Which of these is the quest? Don't we normally get a quest?
Need help?
I'll wait for the Warfront to open, I think. The next Warfront, that will be it. Okay, too many things to do and not enough time. So let's prioritise on Tortollan Seekers, I think. Try and get that reputation up to Exalted, I think, for Samadan. So, order of the play. We go to Dark Moon Fair. It's usually at the bottom of the list. Okay, so it wasn't on here this time, unfortunately. So we're going to head around here. Now, did I have those fair tickets on me? No, I might not have them. Okay, we'll go off, do the Darkmoon Fair. And then we've got 11 minutes left on the Borealis. So we would then have to... Oh, now what would we have to do? Got 10 minutes left on that, that should be fine. So let's head on over to Darkmoon Fair first. And then we can go on down and we can do the reputation buff. Where's the teleport? Where are you hiding? There you are, just underneath there. 50 silver, well spent. Warrior's having a good old sleep now. You can just see his legs. Okay, so running on round. Hopefully I've got a ticket somewhere I can use it, otherwise I'm going to have to buy some more tickets. We'll have a look. And then we've got 9 minutes left on that cooldown. We could possibly Dalaran and then Stormwind, then Borealis, if we need to. Right. Do we have any tickets? No, we need to go buy them. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Ride tickets. Let's buy the book. And then open the book, which is here. Get 5 tickets and... Oh, they're on the auction house. Why have I got them on the auction house? That was silly of me. Right, round we go. Thought I was going backwards for a minute then. Okay, I'll try not to make you all dizzy for this one. Let's go forwards a little bit. 45 minutes, 50 minutes should be enough. There we go, 60 minute stops. Right, we're going to head off to Dalaran, and then we're going to go to Stormwind, and then from Stormwind we're going to go to Borealis. That should work. And then we can check out the 2 shell games that are in Borealis area. And then we can go across the sea to the other one. And we should hopefully be able to do all of those quite rapidly. Porting around everywhere. Okay, over to Borealis, and then, oops, I always get lost in here. You can't see the exit from when you port in. Right, map. Let's do, I've got 7 minutes on that one, so let's go do the one of these first. And then we can fly back and do the other ones, and that should work for everything. So looking at our map, we need to do, let's go Tyrannus, shell game over there in the end, and shell game down here. It's that one, so we need to go fly over there and then fly over there.
Good day to you.
Let's do a loop round. Let's do this one first and then over to here, then back up there and then set sail.
Safe passage.
That should work. I don't think I'll have time to do a Samadan story time. Hey Kiefer, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We're just off doing some Tortollan emissaries at the moment, just to get our reputation a little bit closer, up to that 21,000 we need. Not got anyone up to Exalted yet on any of the BFA reps. So we've got Revered with everyone that we need to on Samadan. Although I'm going to have to do the same with Awakening for my alchemy recipes. That's something else to do for another stream. Maybe I'll do that on Sunday when I'm next on. No, on Friday. Although Sunday's a longer stream, so I should be able to do some good stuff with Awakening then. Commander Heavy Bear, how are you? Love my YouTube videos. You're selling like a madman with TSM. Excellent, good to hear. Glad you found them useful. And thanks for stopping by. Good to hear people making gold with TSM. Always good. Right. Are we there yet? Not quite. Corruption in the Bay. Still need to do that. There we go, a little bit further. Can't quite see it behind the Oreo cam. But we're almost there. Doing well, thanks. Past the 3 million overnight. Oh, excellent. Mainly glyphs, enchanting, tailoring, and alchemy. Very nice combination there. I hear glyphs are doing quite well. That is a profession I would like to get into. Okay, so we need to head over this way. It should be down the shore, I imagine. Is it? Where are we at? Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Trustfar. Here we go. Yeah, this one. Just land on the rock, that should work. We need to finish off that quest that was over there. Oh, no water strider. Should have gone over the shallow water. Right, okay, let's go. See if we can do this rapidly. Okay, so that's that one. I saw it poking out there, so that's an easy one. And then we'll run through that one. The next one, that's teeth. That one's the robot. That one's there. That one's there. It's the bright shiny thing. That's teeth. That's over there. Red thing, turtle, it's over there. That's a shiny thing now. That was that one, I think. Oh no, that was the turtle. Shiny thing with the top. No, it wasn't that one either. It was that one. There we go. That was down here. I remember that one. And this is going to be those two, and then those two. I do like doing the shell game, it's one of the easier ones. Okay, so I guess Flight Whistle will be the easiest thing here, and then head on over. 210, 12 and 90. So a good 300 reputation for the one, and then we need to head over this direction. We can do this one. Yeah, 3 million is brilliant. That's very, you know, it's well over halfway, which is a good thing. I mean, I was stuck on 4 million for quite a while, but that was because BFA had just come out, and so the whole markets had shifted. But now that things are kind of somewhat settled down, it's a little bit more consistent now, that's for sure. So with this lot doing, what's my cooldown on this once it's cast? I don't know. It's got a 20-minute cooldown. I'm just thinking ahead for when I go to the island and I need to head on back. What I need to do there. So this one is Shell Game Tirgard Sound. Really have to appreciate the music in BFA. Just going from zone music to zone music, it just sounds amazing. Each zone having its own theme. I like to try the Horde ones a bit more because I haven't done them enough yet. Just barely peeked in them. Right, we're going down here, then across there. Okay, 700. That's on the hill, I believe, this one. Let's go have a look. Where are we at with our flight point? Okay, yeah, that's where we need to head. Over on up there. Now my Hearthstone's got a 10-minute cooldown, so that's probably going to be longer than I would like for using it to get off this hill, so I'll ride back from the hill, I think will be the best option there.
I've collected many things over the years.
Head on up here, around the corner, all the way up to the top.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then, right, let's go through this one again. Oh, that was quick. Good start. Those two. And some teeth. That one's poking out there. That's an easier one. Don't think I've seen that. There's the teeth. That was that one. I think I've seen that. Can't remember. Yes, I had. Oh, not sure about that one. Oh, shiny one was definitely over here somewhere. There we go. And could use my whistle actually. That might be. It's only got 5 minutes on it, hasn't it? Well, I'm missing where everything is now. Hold on. Turtle. Oh, red one was up here. Right. Okay. That one. Then that one. Then that one, and then that one. Wildfire, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the content. Do I use a bracer enchant for my Hearthstone cooldown? Yes, I think I have got one. I don't know if I've updated it though. Where are we at? Waste bracer. Bracer's down here. It has cooled hearthing, so that's the one that does the faster cooldown, which is why it's at 10 minutes, I believe. Going to use my flight whistle on this one to get us back to Borealis. 37. Or we could make a run for it. Let's see how far we get. Is that where we wanted to go? Can't remember which direction we came up. Where's the flight path? That direction. By the time I do this, it was the right direction. There we go. 10, 9, 8. We'll get halfway there, and then we'll have to use our flight whistle. 2, 1. We might as well just finish this off. There we go. I'm only just thinking because I need to get across to the other side, Zaldazar, and then I need to hearth back from there to be able to then go up to the Tortollan place. So we want to go over here to then set sail, and let's have a look at the map and decide which one we're going to do on Zandalar. Okay, so minimize this. Tortollan Seekers, oh, they're both beachhead ones, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to do the turtle made it to the water. That Nazmir one looks like the closest, because we end up appearing about there. Has that got a flight point nearby? I'm not sure I have one over there. I'll have a look when I'm over there, but I think I might be okay. And the other one is in that direction in Vol'dun. I know I definitely have a flight point for that one. I'm gonna take a punt at the Nazmir one. I think I have a flight point for that. Let's go for that one. Hey totems, how are you? A turtle made it to water. It will eventually, once we get there. So we're going to have a quick flight over. Oh, okay, thank you, well, Phil. I will take that advice on and I'll go to the other one. I hate that you can't jump over that barrier easily. So we're going to head on over, we'll abort that one and we'll go over to Voldoon.
Safe travels.
Because I knew there was a flight point for that one. I was taking a guess at the other one, assuming that it would be. Alright, there Oreos. That scuppered his plans, he just walked off now. Okay, flight point over here.
What can I do for you?
Show me where we can fly, and we want to head on up here. There we are. And we've just sold a Pact of Haste. Okay, what's the Pact of Haste profit looking like? Pact of Haste, that's currently saying negative profit, so that's not a good sign. How much did we sell it for? 2,200 with a 2,300 crafting cost. Is that because I bought my Veiled Crystals for too high? Okay, that's not very worth it. And that's at a rank 3 as well. So I need to watch the price of my Veiled Crystals on that. 457 was the mat cost. Although actually though, that's saying my that's actually worse because I bought them for more than that. My average purchase price on Veiled Crystals is 2,100, which I don't think should be correct because I did buy some at a cheaper price. That's not looking right. I need to investigate that. Let's look into the price of my Veiled Crystals, that's for sure. But it's taking DB Market at the moment. Okay, let's just head on down here. We've got the wrong beachhead at the moment, so we'll just guess that we need to go through here. He's either in the cave or he's on the other side. I think he's on the other side. There we go. Let's just go on and round. There we go. And then if we go straight into the quest, we should de-aggro, I believe. There we go. Alright. Okay. Turtles, water. Can't aim for the skulls at all. There we go. It's a bit better. I hadn't done this one in a while. Let's just remember what we're doing. Get the crabs. My aim's very much off. I need to tune my eyes in. Getting a bit better now.
A turtle made it to the water.
There we go. We are a bit better now. Now I can do it. There we go. Ah, Alatavi, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just doing our Tortollan Emissary at the moment. This is our last one. There we go. Still not got my aim in right. That's better. There's an orderly queue of turtles going off. There we go. Oh no, you got one.
A turtle made it
There
to
we
the
go.
water.
Lovely, thank you. Should be almost there. 11 of 12. There we go. Fantastic. Ooh, what do we get there? A 330 finger ring. Very nice. So it's time for a turtle made of water again. Yes, it's turtle time. Save our turtles. Doing well. Cross that 400k mark into goal making. 500k actually, since you spent the first 100 on a chopper. Fair enough. That's pretty good going. Right. Okay. Ooh, we're going to move out of the way here, and we're going to Hearthstone back because that is right. We've got our Tortollans are done. So we're going to Hearthstone back, and then we're going to pick up the Emissary as our last thing. Got some good reputation out of that lot. Up currently at 7,000. So 1/3 of the way there towards our Exalted. There we go. Walking towards that first million, getting your Alchemist online with BFA level crafting. You'll get there. Well, yeah, I mean, the Alchemy is going to be good. With the raid coming out, I'm sure people are going to be doing more with Alchemy then. I'd like to do more with the Awakening for that very reason. Alright, let's take that flight on up. And there we go. And then we should hopefully get most of the things done. See how that goes. I've got a cookie down here as well. Hello, cookies. Oh, she's having a scratch on the map. We don't need that anymore, so we can close that one down. Stockpile anchorweed, yeah, it'll dry out when people return for the new raid. That's an interesting idea, actually, Colin. I like that idea. We were looking at anchorweed earlier. I mean, I obviously can go out and farm it as well whilst I'm leveling up. Is it still ridiculously high on yours? Hello, Cookies. Are you going to come over? Oh, now Cookie doesn't like going on this rug. She's odd. See, very strange. The cats have just had a little sort of like face off together. Cookie hates walking on this soft rug, but Oreo absolutely loves it. Here he comes. So he comes over, and he doesn't mind going on the rug, but Cookie will avoid walking on the rug, and she has to like jump from other things to then jump on my lap. Very strange. There's anchorweed farm groups though, those work well. Oh, okay. Now daily transmute for anchorweed. Doubt its price will ever be as high as it was. Yeah, most likely those, for a lot of things like the Midnight Salmon, those prices we saw at the beginning, I don't think you're going to have again, are you? Okay, so this is our last little bit we want to do. Get this reputation going. Hand in the Emissary. Tortollan Seekers, and we get, Heart of Azeroth increased to level 30, and we got 1,800 reputation, so we're now at 8,800. Very nice. We had that seal, which we currently have a 330 ring already. The one we've got has got leech on it as well, so let's disenchant that one. I'll keep that one. Everything else is doing fine. Okay, so I think that is me done with everything I want to do tonight. Farm groups rely on the fact that multiple people can pick the same herb in 10 seconds. Group fans out when anchorweed is found. They call out and wait to pick it out. Everyone's there. Each person gets to pick the same herb. Oh, okay, that's very cooperative. I like that idea. That sounds good. Right, I think as it's just struck midnight, I'm going to finish up there because I've got to get up for work tomorrow and I've got a busy week. Need to get some animations finished. So I want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone who hung out in stream tonight. Really, really appreciate it. We are going to go and have a look, see if there is anyone we can throw a host over to. Who have we got on at the moment? Who is lower down on the list? You're playing different games. Alright, looks like most people are playing different games, so I'm going to leave it at that at the moment. I will keep it just chill and relaxing for those who are wanting to fall asleep. So I will next be on Friday night, so we can check the mailbox again. I'll need to relist my auctions all tomorrow, and hopefully do a bit more with Awakening this time, rather than everything being on Samadan. We had to do a lot of restocks today, and we have a slightly less time on a Wednesday, just a couple of hours. So big thank you everyone for hanging out and stream tonight, and I will see you all on Friday hopefully. Until then, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon.